What's going on, everybody? Toby1 Shinobi here, and today I'm gonna be giving you a video that I really wish I had like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was really into learning the movement in Fortnite. I was just learning everything about Fortnite Zero Build as best I could. That's how I started this YouTube channel, is just doing my own research, breaking down other players' gameplay, trying to understand it, and then once I did understand it, I started teaching it myself. So, what I'm gonna try to do for you is make the video that I really wish I had, which is like 10 minutes of advanced movement, because a lot of times I'd be watching content creators and they would do like one advanced move maybe every 5 to 10 minutes of a game, and I'd have like 2 or 3 moves to break down in an entire game. But right here, I'm gonna try to give you like 30 or 40 instances of advanced movement where you can watch it in slow motion. So go ahead and turn down the speed on your YouTube player in whatever speed you want. I do recommend 25% for those moves that you don't understand. I'm showing you my inputs on screen. I'm using an Azeron keypad so you can see my sprint, jump, all my inventory slots, everything, as well as my movement key or my analog stick. So the Azeron keypad has an analog stick instead of WSD. It emulates WSD with an analog stick just like this. If you want to check it out, go to Azeron.com, use code Shinobi at checkout. If you do buy one, it is the best way to transition from controller to keyboard and make that a lot less painful. So here we go, let's get into it. I'm just going to kind of move around this place in Aim Island of the Zero Build Mastery map, turn on the bots here, and I'm just going to start fighting them. Just a quick note on this video, there will be mistakes. You know, it's not perfect gameplay, never is, but hopefully it is very helpful, and I'll try to narrate what I can. Sometimes I might just get locked in and not talk, but I will try to narrate what I'm doing so that you can kind of better understand and break it down yourself. All right, let's go ahead and start off with the Clamber juke. I'm going to turn our camera 180 degrees as we climb the wall, allow us to switch our trajectory and not climb up the wall completely. Really good for landing headshot damage and kind of juking your opponents out when you have a pump shotgun. Not great with a auto shotgun. Right shoulder peek into a sprint like this. This is a really quick peek right here that you can do that kind of hides your body faster than just a strafe. So if I do this, you can see I'm kind of slow to strafe back in. It's a little bit faster if you do this. It'll also change your head, so your head kind of leans forward a little bit. So it is more of an advanced peek. If you want just a normal peek like this, you can also do this. Gotten so used to just a sprint peek now that I do it all the time. It also just kind of looks cool, but you lose sight of your enemy, which is a little bit problematic. But this is kind of what a normal peek looks like. But if you do the sprint peek, it's gonna look more like this. All right, let's do some shockwave into grappler movement. Landing into a slide, making yourself hard to read the trajectory of. Usually you can catch somebody with a big opening damage on this one by combining that shockwave into grapple. And if you're really good with a grapple, you can do a lot of crazy movement with it like this, where you jump, grapple at 45 degrees, actually about like 60 degrees downwards. And you have to really time this one right. If you don't, it's gonna look like this. And if you aim too far out, it's gonna basically pull you into the air. So you have to aim pretty far down. You have to hit at the peak of your jump. The higher you are, the easier it is to do. You can see I messed that one up. I'm actually learning this movement myself. I'm not very good at it still. A lot of people are just crazy sweaty with this move and reload. I'm not very good with it. I'm not that much of a reload player. Here's a little low altitude shockwave. Not even jumping right there. We're just kind of and that'll keep us low altitude so that we're not up in the air, and it's just really hard to read. Right shoulder peek, back into movement. Just trying to do clean movement throughout this building. Work angles, gonna come through here. Grapple up, shockwave, grapple, slide, into cover. Try to always be using cover with your movement. Don't just be out in the open doing movement like this. It's just not worth it. You're gonna get fried from the onlookers or the person you're fighting. So always try to incorporate cover when you can. You know, if you've got cover near you, always use that with your movement. Your movement is like double enhanced when you use cover. You're gonna break line of sight from enemies. You're also gonna just avoid taking damage. So always use cover when you've got the option. The best players use cover in their movement, or they just have incredible movement with utility items like this, where they just do this sort of thing to you and make it really hard for you to fight. Got my mouse sideways there, is bad aim. So even something like this is good cover, right? So like this little object right here is excellent. Like it's gonna reduce your damage. Sure, you'll take a little bit of damage on your elbow, but it's gonna reduce that damage by like 50 to 75%, I'd say, for most players. All right, right here, we're gonna go ahead and climb this wall, but we're gonna stop on the top of the wall like that. A lot of people will climb over the wall and do something like this. They just keep kind of doing this sort of thing. You gotta turn your camera 90 degrees, land up here, and that's gonna stop your movement on the top of the wall. Allow you to get in kind of a tricky spot for most people to fight from. Oh, do a clamber juke. Into cover. Oh, gotta get out of here. Fire back through this little window. Hit the shockwave to go. Throw down a bunk. Tire bounce. Shockwave back into the tires for a little tire bounce. But we missed it, that's okay. Bounce off. Then into a skate right here. Create distance. They expect us to hit him with a shotgun and kind of stay at that shotgun range. Instead, we create distance with a slide shot. We hit him once with the shotgun, and then we create distance, and we got our AR out. Well, they would probably have their shotgun out. Zigzagging to avoid fire. So if you're ever going to push somebody like this, make sure you zigzag as you approach them with a grapple. So if I'm coming at this guy in a straight line, I'm probably going to die. To any average player, you're just going to fry me. But if you come over here and you start doing this sort of thing, you can make it a lot harder for them to hit you as you approach them. And they'll probably end up whiffing the shot when you land because they just won't have their crosshair in the right spot. That's a decent move right here, a little wall run. If somebody comes around the corner, it's a nice little camera break. Instead of doing the typical like slide jump out like that, if they come all the way around the corner and you're doing one of these, you're a lot higher than they expect. And they'll come around the corner and they'll be like, wait, where is he? And then all of a sudden, you're dropping on them a lot later than they thought. Give them shotguns, so this will be a lot better interior work here. A lot harder to fight these guys. Gotta dispose of them quickly with pump swaps. Notice that we're coming around that corner into a slide. Camera break. Nope. Go back straight back up. Don't let them catch us on the ground. He's not taking the bait. Right shoulder peek. Clamber juke. Around the corner. Back around. Oh, I missed my pump swap. Just create some space. A lot of this little chip damage like this, where you only get like 30 damage on a shot, you know, something like that, where it's just like, it's an okay shot. All that stuff adds up. It makes sure that their overshield doesn't recharge. So in zero build, you have an overshield for 50, and that thing recharges after 6.5 seconds. So every 6 seconds or so, if you can hit your enemy, it's going to keep their overshield from recharging if they're hurt, and make sure that they don't have that extra damage you have to chip through. All right, here's a little trick for vertical zips. You want to cut the jump early so that you're kind of like behind cover mostly when you fight somebody at the top of a zip line. A lot of people will take the zip all the way to the top, and people will just watch zip lines like this, right? They sit up here and they wait for you to come up and they line up that headshot. Well, if you only drop down, if you only come up to this level right here, it throws off their entire plan. So you can come up here and just jump off early, and you'll kind of continue to ascend, but not as high as they expect. Makes it really easy. And then also you just want to get really good at zipline movement like this. If you're in a zipline fight, just kind of jumping off, breaking their camera like that. Get good with your crosshair placement so that you can line up shots right after ziplining. Hanging over my right shoulder, hanging my right shoulder over this structure right here. Anytime that you're over top of something, you want to hang your right shoulder off. Otherwise, you will not be able to shoot people at all. So you have to hang that shoulder off. Head glitch. Crouching behind cover between shots, make myself hard to hit. Mantle over this roof. Left shoulder against the tire, get some space in case he had a shotgun out. Just swap into my pump in between my grapple shots to try to just do that chip damage like we talked about. Just a good thing to practice here. I keep whiffing my shots though. Good cover. Oh, coming up. Somebody's sneaking up on me. Camera break. Go through here. Get the right shoulder as I come through. Oh. Just always practice clean movement as you move through these areas. You want to not be hitting very many walls. I love this area because it teaches you clean movement. There's so many things that you can get snagged on that if you can clean your movement up like this, you'll end up winning a lot more structure fights. Saw the fake of me going that way, come back. A 2v1 right here, 3v1, gotta get out. Always good to practice. Kind of realistic. I mean, this is totally not realistic. These guys would kill me, but you know, don't be hanging around 3 people and expect to like make that a habit of winning fights like that, because just want to practice like fairly smart cover usage. Don't take crazy fights that are going to get you killed in real games. Just skating to create distance here. Coming around a slide with a crosshair placement. This guy's still alive. Pulling out my gun there, if you do these little sprint jumps where you jump off the ledge, you do that leap of faith, the best way to pull out your gun early is just to cancel the sprint, stop holding forward when you do the sprint jump like this. That allows you to pull out that gun instantly. Not instantly, but quicker than typical. Otherwise it's going to look like this, where you do one of these and you go, and it just takes too long to pull out. So cancel your forward movement, just don't press forward anymore, and that'll let you do that. Alright y'all, if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up on it. It really helps me out. It also tells the algorithm what you like, so also leave a thumbs down if you don't want to see videos like this, and that'll help you get better content in your feed. If you want to check out the Shinobi Zero Build Mastery Map, map code is above. I guarantee this map will improve your Fortnite Zero Build gameplay. I put a ton of work into this map to help improve certain skills through specific scenarios, and I think you'll really enjoy it. And if I've already taken your Fortnite Zero Build gameplay to another level, please consider using code TobyWantShinobi in your Fortnite item shop next time you purchase something. Thank you so much. Have yourself a wonderful day. Shinobi out.